Welcome to Revenue Growth Live with Daryl Amy. You're about to join an interactive forum where business executives, sales professionals, and marketing leaders share ideas to accelerate growth. While you are here, make sure to like or subscribe to get notifications for future episodes. You're encouraged to get involved in today's live conversation by liking and commenting. Now, let's join Daryl Amy for fresh ideas and innovative strategies to help you grow your business faster.
Good morning and welcome back to Revenue Growth Live. Daryl Amy here, growth architect, helping great leaders and their organizations grow so they can give. I'm excited to be here today. I've got so many different things to share in our conversation together this morning. I'm coming online 1 hour earlier than normal. So for those of you who are tuning in at the regular time, you're watching the recording. Sorry about that. The reason for that is I'm actually going to TNC 360i this week, which is Traffic and Conversion 360i. You know, one of the best things about, you got to look for the silver lining right now in the pandemic and in the lockdown is a lot of conferences that I've wanted to go to over the years, but just haven't been able to fit on my calendar. Well, guess what? They're online, they're digital, they're streaming. And I think this opens up a whole new world of possibilities for all of us to be able to not only learn, but also to reach audiences in new ways that we've never been able to do before. So coming at you 1 hour early, and I look forward to reporting in on Thursday and next week as well on different things that I learned at TNC 360i. If you want to get in on the action, it actually starts at 10:45 Central this morning. I think that would be 8:45 Pacific time. And you can dive in on that conference. I'm looking forward to the sessions and learning a lot. Speaking of virtual conferences, oh my, we've had an incredible launch this week. Many of you know that I am actively involved in the Selling from the Heart initiative at Selling from the Heart podcast. And we launched, check this out, we launched the Selling from the Heart, the 2021 Authentic Selling Challenge. The Authentic Selling Challenge is coming in January 11th through 22nd. If you are in sales, lead a sales team, or you're an entrepreneur that is in sales, I want you to join this conference. It is going to be fantastic. If you can see here the incredible roster of speakers that's coming to the table, including Mark Hunter, who is the sales hunter. You've seen Mark on the Revenue Growth podcast. You've read his books, High Profit Prospecting, High Profit Selling, and A Mind for Sales. Liz Windling, oh my goodness, you want to show up on that day. We've gotten to know Liz through Selling from the Heart, and she is the author of The Heart of Authentic Selling. I see Alice Hyman. I see Dave Sanderson. The last person off the Miracle on the Hudson, Sully, the movie, the plane that crashed into the Hudson. He's a sales professional. He was the last guy off the plane. He's also worked with Tony Robbins, Meredith Elliott Powell, Amy Franco, the modern seller, Bryn Tillman, Laura Brandeo. You're going to love Laura. Joe Jacoby, former Olympic gold medalist. I guess he's not former, once a gold medalist, always a gold medalist. Master networker Bart Ratliff, Tasia Valencia, giving great voice, and Michael Altshuler. And we've got more coming, guests that'll be surprises. You definitely want to check this out. I'll put the link right here in the chat. And it is amazing how quickly this event is filling up. It just was announced on Saturday. It's absolutely free. It's brought to you by the Selling from the Heart Insiders Group and our friends at BombBomb. And you definitely want to check out the challenge and get yourself a ticket. If you can't show up every day, it's 12 to noon Eastern, by the way, January 11th through 22nd. If you can't show up every day, no worries. Sign up anyways, and you'll get access to the videos. It's going to be a great way for all of us to kick off the year. So if you're in sales, you lead a sales team, or you know somebody in sales, give them this link. You can go to sellingfromtheheart.net/challenge and learn all about it, get your free ticket, And what we want to make sure, and this is the heart of the Revenue Growth Podcast. It's the heart of Selling from the Heart. It's the passion behind everything I do. I want to make sure that you are set up to thrive in the new year. This new year, in many ways, is a make or break year for a lot of businesses. And, chances are one of two things happened in 2020 for your organization. A large majority of organizations saw a decline in 2020. It's been a rough year. We can sugarcoat it. We can be positive. And I'm one of the most positive people you've ever met. But the reality is it's been a rough year. Revenue-wise, a lot of companies have taken a hit. And guess what? We got to recover. How are we going to recover? That means we have to accelerate revenue growth. And, for those of you working in sales, those of you working in marketing, those of you leading organizations, this is a time to drive and thrive. And this is a time to get strategic, optimized, focused. And one of the things, I've got two things I want to let you know about as well that I think will be helpful along that line. The first is how do you set goals? How do you set goals for the new year? We've been talking about this. I want to invite you to check out the live stream recording of our class from last week on how to set revenue growth goals in an uncertain market. How many of you would agree this is an uncertain market? We're stepping into new waters. You need to make sure you have a framework to set aggressive but realistic goals that you can believe in and that your team can believe in. And we'll show you how to do this in the workshop. The other thing is you need to make sure you're going into the new year with your revenue growth engine firing on all cylinders. You've got to be firing on all cylinders. And that's why I'm really excited to announce the Revenue Growth Engine Tune-Up Workshop. February 4th and 5th, it's live streaming, and we will help you create a plan to recover lost revenue and grow faster in the new year. I'm excited about this workshop. Think of this like taking your car in for a tune-up, or maybe even think about it like this. Think about being on a racing car team. Whether you want to go NASCAR on me or whether you want to go Formula One, think about it as a race car. A race car, if you want to win, they'll take that car into the shop in between races and they will give it a once over. And they'll do diagnostics and they'll tune it up. They'll figure out what's missing, what needs to be changed, and what can make it go faster. Well, the Revenue Growth Engine tune-up is not about going faster. It's about growing faster. So check it out. It's on the Revenue Growth Engine site. I'll share the link here. But this tune-up is geared at making sure your growth engine is firing on all cylinders. So if you lead a team, you own a company, you have a sales team, a marketing team, I want to encourage you to come as a team. Executive, sales, and marketing. There's a group option here. Second of all, if you are a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, or you work at an agency, I want to encourage you to come, and you can come as an individual. Together, though, you will leave with just like a tune-up on your engine. You'll see the areas that need some work. You'll see where the low-hanging fruit is. You'll see the opportunities to increase the horsepower of your growth engine so that you can hit your goals in the new year. Well, speaking of all of that, the reality is if we're going to hit our goals in the new year, we've got to be able to connect with the hearts and minds of our clients and prospects. In Revenue Growth Engine, I talk about ideal clients and how important it is to connect with your ideal clients and the outcomes they want. Buyers don't buy products. They buy the outcomes those products and services deliver. So I found a gem that I want to share with you today. And this is Bob Moesta's book, Demand Side Sales. Demand Side Sales. Stop selling and help your customers make progress. I interviewed Bob on the Revenue Growth Podcast. It'll be coming out here in the next week or two, and we'll share that. But I had not heard of this book. And I found this book when I interviewed Bob on Selling from the Heart podcast. And this book is pure gold. What I love about Bob is an engineer. Now, he's an innovator. He has been involved in designing some of the most popular products in the world. When you look at his resume, he's worked for some incredible companies, and he's an engineer. Now, at first, you may be thinking what I was thinking. What in the world can an engineer teach us about selling? Come on, man. Here's what they can teach us. Buyers don't buy products. They buy the outcomes those products deliver. I say it in Revenue Growth Engine. You've heard me say it over and over again on Revenue Growth Live and on the podcast. Buyers don't buy your products. They buy the outcomes your products deliver. Well, guess what? The very same mindset and process that has been used to design the world's most successful products can also be used to design the most successful sales and marketing strategies and messages. Here's the deal, and you're going to love this book. And full disclosure, I'm just a couple chapters into this book, and I think I've already worn out a highlighter, which, by the way, I didn't wear out the highlighter on the cover. The book is actually yellow. But Demand Side Sales, check it out on Amazon. And what Bob says is this: the best products don't begin in the engineer's office on their drawing board. Where they begin is in conversations with actual buyers, your ideal client, as we talk about in Revenue Growth Engine. Sitting down, talking to them, peeling back the layers of the onion and understanding their challenges. And what I've become convinced of as I'm reading this book is we talk in economics about supply and demand. Supply, what your company makes or offers. Demand, what your clients need. And Bob clearly makes the case at the beginning of this book that we as salespeople and marketers are supply siders. Now, for my Ronald Reagan fans, supply side economics may have worked well, for Ronald Reagan or for JFK. That was the theory that you lower taxes and stimulate economic growth. I'm not here to talk about supply side economics. It may have worked well in the economy, depending on your perspective. However, it does not work well in sales and marketing. In supply side theory of sales and marketing, we look at our company, our product, what features we have, and we try to figure out how to shoehorn those into the offices or homes or lives of our prospects and clients. We got it all backwards. What Bob says is we need to focus on demand. What's the demand? What are the outcomes that our ideal clients and prospects have that we can satisfy? And we begin with the demand. And I love this concept that he unpacks at the beginning of the book. Bob came up with this concept in cooperation. He worked with Clayton Christensen, author of The Innovator's Dilemma and a whole bunch of great books. And what they came up with is a theory called the jobs to be done theory. And what they said is the only reason someone buys something is they have a job to be done. They've got something they need to be done. Otherwise, there's no job to be done, no buy, no outcome needed, no purchase made. And so the jobs to be done theory has been used to design great products. From an engineering perspective and design perspective, you begin with what job do people need done that's not being done? And how can we design a product to satisfy that? Well, that mindset works great for marketing and sales when we go, okay, what job does our prospect need completed? And then how can we design our message and our client experience to help them get that job done, or in a revenue growth language, to achieve the outcome? It's a mindset of saying, you know what? We're going to take a customer focus. And I don't know about you. Here's what I've noticed. Lots of companies have on their brochure and have hanging on the wall, we are focused on our customers. Customers first. However, when it comes to the marketing and sales practice, it's product first. It's not customer first. The magic is if you actually listen to your clients and if you come up with a drive conversation, peel back the layers of the onion, and instead of beginning with, as Simon Sinek talks about, the what we sell, and then trying to move to how we're going to sell it, we start with why would somebody want to buy, and then move to how can we best satisfy that demand and how can we create an experience to help them buy. As you can tell, I'm pretty fired up about this book and the concepts in this book, and I actually want to share this blog article that it inspired this morning. I'm pretty sure Demand Side Sales 101 is going to inspire a lot of blog articles going forward and a lot of conversation around here. But if you want to get a taste of this, check out the article I wrote this morning, How to Market and Sell What Your Buyers Are Actually Buying. And once again, Clue Train coming in full steam ahead. The Clue Train says they're not buying the products, they're buying the outcomes your products deliver. And according to Bob Mesta and Demand Side Sales, fantastic read so far. What you need to do is you need to ask the question, what are the jobs that your clients, your prospects, your ideal fit clients and prospects, what jobs do they want done? And use that as the foundation for both your message and the client experience that you create. And as you do that, you're going to begin to create things that are effective. And guess what? We need effectiveness as we move into the new year. And so this is an important time for us to really focus in on what are the jobs that our ideal clients and prospects need done. And this is a great time to ask this question because we are moving into a new season. One of the things that is exciting, I'm recording this on December 15th. On December 14th, the first trucks rolled out of the factory with the vaccine. What does that mean? Well, it means that we're going to see a new season. What's that new? We had a huge pivot in the spring of 2020 as the pandemic and the quarantine descended upon us. We had to shift our message and we had to shift our method of delivery, right? We had to shift our message to what our clients actually wanted. It wasn't all about efficiency and scalability. It more was about redundancy and resiliency and remote working. And we had to shift our method. Our client experience for most of us was, hey, I'm going to come over and meet with you. Well, guess what? And I'm going to send delivery people over. You're going to come to my office. We had to change the whole buying experience. Well, there's another C-level change upon us right now as we shift out of the pandemic. It's going to happen. I don't know how fast it's going to happen. I don't know what the quote unquote new normal is going to look like, but I do know this. If buyers buy outcomes, the outcomes are probably going to begin to shift in this new season as we move into the new year. So what a great time to be talking to our clients, relentlessly trying to understand what is the demand for right now? What outcomes do our prospects and clients want? And how can we satisfy that demand? And I'm not talking about necessarily changing the products you offer, although you may have changed the products you offer. You have many clients and friends in the office equipment business that were selling copiers and printers that started selling health workstations and temperature kiosks and things like that. That's great. I'm not necessarily talking about changing the product that you offer. I'm talking about changing how you talk about it, because every product delivers different outcomes. And what we feature, what we talk about, and what we highlight needs to be based on the outcomes our clients want. So we're going to be talking more about this as we go through this season. I want to encourage everybody, grab a copy of Demand Side Sales. Read it with me. Let me know what you're getting out of it. I think this is great. We'll definitely get Bob on the Revenue Growth podcast, and maybe we'll get him to make a cameo in here in Revenue Growth Live. He's a fascinating innovator, and I love innovation. So Bob, we're good, man. This is great. And I'm excited about the concepts that you and Clay Christensen have brought to market around the jobs to be done theory. I say in my article, a lot of times, instead of using the jobs to be done theory, we use the products to be sold theory, or in sales, we use the quota to be hit theory. Well, guess what? Your clients and prospects don't care about your quota. They don't really even care about your products. They don't care about you. They may like you. What they care about is, can you help me to get the outcomes that I want? Can you help me remove the obstacles to hitting the goals that I have? Can you help me get the job done? And can you help it get done better? So it's been great hanging out with everybody today. I'm looking forward to going to sessions at the TNC 360i conference. I'll be reporting in on those throughout on social media, as well as on Thursday. We'll be back here 1 hour early, 11 o'clock Eastern. That would be 8 o'clock Pacific time. Normally, we are here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific. Coming in 1 hour early so I can be at the TNC 360 conference this week. Love to hear from all of you. Thank you to everybody for liking and sharing. And if you have not gotten your free copy of the Revenue Growth Engine book, go to revenuegrowthengine.net/book. Grab your free copy. Just pay shipping and handling. And I'd love to interact with you and learn about your goals for the new year, and what jobs you need done in terms of making sure that you hit your goals. And as we say at Revenue Growth Engine, this is a time to drive and thrive. So as always, let's get going and let's get growing.